Thank you for tuning in to the reading produced by Black Spectrum Network. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com to purchase a private psychic reading. If you can't get enough of my content, go to patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. For as little as $2 a month, you can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date. Please like this video, click the subscribe button, and leave us some feedback in the comment section. I'm going to shuffle my personality cards to be about Trey Songz. Okay, so what's weird about these cards for Trey Songz? I don't understand this, but I hope it makes sense. The first card is the Fool card, and this is speaking about Trey Songz. Trey Songz is he has no problem showing his emotions. I get that he either has a temper problem or that he has like a Chris Brown sort of energy where he has no problem expressing what's on his mind. He has no problem crying in front of people. He has no problem laughing. He's very expressive. You will know what's on his mind. At the same time, he's a very, very funny guy. He is a jokester. He really enjoys laughing and making other people laugh. At the same time, he can use laughter to hide his emotional problems, or he uses his anger to hide the fact that he's hurting. The Priest card is speaking about him. He's actually very spiritual. I get that, Trey Songz, I don't know if he grew up in the church, but I get that I get this Christian energy about him where he either sang in the choir or he has like a gospel background. That hasn't escaped him. I get that he is one of those singers who channels different artists or deceased artists. He may not know that he does this, and it may be more intuitive and natural than it is intentional. But if he wanted to be a gospel artist, I get that he could really dominate in the gospel industry. He also has a complex about him where he feels it's like very Messiah-like. He feels like he has a very important purpose on this planet. As not just as a singer, but he feels his songs are helping to change people's lives in a way. He's like, I make people's lives better with my music. The God card is speaking about his complex, his ego. He feels like he blesses other people's lives. He's very much into himself in the sense of he enjoys his company. He feels that his company is a prize, that his presence is a prize, that people should be thankful to be around him. He believes in himself. He also talks himself up. He compliments himself a lot. He doesn't degrade himself. It's like some people will second guess themselves. Some people can be self-deprecating. Some people can think in ways that are more submissive than they are dominating. But he has very powerful thoughts. He's a powerful manifester. And I want to say that he has a very high self-esteem. And his self-esteem is so high that he feels that he is the closest thing to God. The martyr card is saying that, you know, he's someone that will, you know, he feels like he has to, essentially he feels like he's a door opener. Let's put it that way. He feels that he has given so much of his career to open up the doors for newer artists. He feels like he also feels like his beliefs are, he keeps a lot of his actual beliefs private. The reason that he's so private about his life is because he feels that other people would persecute him for it. And he also, at some point, you know, I wouldn't be surprised at some point in his lifetime, he just tells everything that he's ever done in his life so that other people can not be persecuted for those things. Even when it comes to, I get this energy about him where even when it comes to being a male sex symbol, he feels that he had to, be that to open up the doors for other male artists that are currently out today that are using their voices to serenade, you know, women, or using their bodies to distract from the fact that they're not that great of singers. And I'm not saying Trey Songz can't sing, but that's how he feels. He feels that he opened up the doors for this generation of artists to be who they are. In the mother card, this is not saying that he's motherly at all. This is actually saying that he's very nurturing, like financially nurturing. He'll make sure you got, you know, in the words of, I'm not going to say the friend that uses this quote, but they say that some niggas will fuck you on an empty stomach, okay, and send you home. Trey Songz will make sure that you're wine and dine. Like, he'll make sure that you're fed. I don't know if Trey Songz has any kids, but I also get that he loves children. And he likes children because he likes to make children laugh, and children make him laugh. He's fascinated with little people, like small people. But he's an unconditional lover. He doesn't stop loving you. But he has many lovers. I don't get this. I don't get that he's monogamous with it, and I get this energy about him where he can be simultaneously in love with different people. But he loves music because he likes changing people's emotions. And he also likes that his music, you know, he knows that he makes sex music, for example. But he takes pride in the fact that his music is the backdrop for a lot of sex scenes, you know, and that happen in people's actual lives. He feels that he's nurturing experiences in that way. So that's what this does for him. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle my tarot, and I'm going to then start asking questions about Trey Songz. Okay. I want to know, did Trey Songz beat Andrea Bura for Okay. So basically, let me explain this. I looked this up, and Trey Songz had a domestic violence case against him, and the case got thrown out. The judge threw it out because Trey Songz had witnesses that whose testimonies were discrediting this woman. Let's just call her Andrea's testimony that he punched her. So that doesn't mean that he's not guilty. You know what I mean? It just mean, but I'm going to say, you know, were her allegations true? Spirit is saying that her allegations were true. Because the possibilities card, the integration card, and the fighting card came out. New vision, guilt. See, the thing is that I feel like this woman. Okay, this is what I'm seeing happening. I'm seeing there being a struggle between the two of them, but I'm seeing it as both of them were on drugs, and I'm also saying it is that she was getting aggressive with him, and he did hit her. There was an actual fight between them, but I'm getting that her story was discredited because of the witnesses. I'm getting that her story was discredited because of the witnesses saying that she attacked him or that she either fell or something. It's like he did hit her, and that did happen. The new vision, the guilt card, the outsider is saying that I feel that Trey Songz' lawyers came to this woman and they were kind of like, look, this is what actually happened. You are on drugs. Don't make us come out with this and don't make us come out with that because, we'll completely discredit you. And she was forced into, it's pretty much his attorneys were too powerful. That's pretty much it. This did actually happen. How does Trey Songz feel about the verdict? Trey Songz is inner voice, like his ancestors are pretty much glad that he's out of hot water. They're just like, you shouldn't have dealt with her. You know that she was, you know how things get with some of these ladies, and you gotta you have to be more careful. They want him to focus more on getting him promoting himself, promoting his music. They want him to really think about. He needs to, and this is what I'm hearing. They're saying that he really needs to put his music back out there. They want him to release more music videos, actually. In particular, storyline based music videos with a continuing storyline. The inner voice and the receptivity card are saying that this incident, like this happened to wake him up because he has an energy that is like right now he's off his path. He's not being as productive as he could be. He's still touring, but I'm not hearing that he's actively trying to create music, and he's not as hustling as hard as he needs to. And so he's just happy that this is off his back. How does the woman feel? Something, she's become more, this woman is very intuitive. Like she feels like she hates that this happened. I get that they've dealt with each other for like a little minute. That they, this has been on and off for about a few years, but they're going to start dealing with each other again. It's just that for her, she's trying to rationalize it to herself because she's not over it. She's not over Trey Songz. She's angry about what happened, but also with the way that the verdict played out, she feels like she's lost so much. She's like, I lost my credibility that, maybe I could just get back with him. Maybe I did do something wrong. Maybe that didn't happen. She's really confused and questioning herself. She's trying to let it go though. She's feeling really conflicted. Part of her wants to let it go. She feels like the experience is over. She feels like they have no other reason to deal with each other, but she still misses him. And that's pretty much what happened. But I do see it as her allegations are true, but Trey Songz had attorneys and witnesses, and she didn't have witnesses that were saying things in her favor. So now I want to know, does Trey Songz have a harem? So the question, he is not okay, a harem would imply that it's structured. Okay, he does have a lot of sex, like every other day. He's hyperactive when it comes to sex. But Spirit is saying that for him is he's always had sexual energy. He's always been someone that is trying to test. He's always been curious, and he acts on his curiosities very often, but he goes with the flow. Like, he doesn't fight against it. He doesn't fight against his sexual urges. He's not someone that tries to fast from sex. So it's not exactly a harem. It's kind of more so that he has a list of people that he constantly busts down, and they know what it is. Does he have relationships, like romantic relationships with these people? It's not like, the thing is that with these cards, they're basically saying it's not so much that he has, it's not so much that these are romantic relationships, but he's more of like, if you fuck me, that's my pussy. Okay? If you fuck me, that's my pussy. That's mine. You are mine. I don't share. And these women, Spirit is also giving me some more information right now, and I'm about to ask another question, and I know y'all. Look, I need to go ahead and say this. Spirit is correcting me, and I do get I do get that Trey Songz has sex with different genders of people. Okay, so it's not just women. All right, but like, he's like, if I have sex with you, those are my genitals. That's my hole. That's my tongue, okay? That's mine, and you don't share that. You are mine. And people go for it. They go with it. I mean, why do they go with it? Why do they? Well, the cards are saying that, people, it's like you could either give it to the guy down the street, or you can give it to Trey Songz. He also gives money. Like, he also like financially supports you as well. Like I said, he has this nurturing energy about him. So I get that, like, if you're loyal to him and you do what he says, he'll take care of you. He'll sponsor you. You won't be balling, you know what I mean? But you'll have, an extra $1,000-$2,000 a month, if you just keep your end of the bargain. But that's the energy that I get from him, that he doesn't have a harem. It's more of like, it's like a lot of fuck buddies, He has a bitch in every city, and it's international. Is he bisexual? I don't get bisexual. I get it's more of like trisexual. Try anything that's sexual. He's not romantically intimate. He's romantically into women. The isolation card is basically like, he'll have sex with someone that doesn't identify as a woman, but it's more for like the purposes of satisfying his curiosity, that he is pretty pansexual. He's attracted to a lot of things. The Lovers are turning in the maturity card, is saying that he's really trying to figure out what he likes, because he does want to settle down, but he also needs to figure out his sexuality. What is it that he likes sexually? Because once he finds someone that matches his once he finds someone whose sexual appetite is proportional to his, and their preferences are similar to his as well, like, and it's going to be a woman. Once he finds that, then he's going to settle down. But right now, it's more about having sex to constantly explore what it is that he isn't into. But he's into a lot of things, which is what he's finding out. He but I get, like I said, I get in some, like the courage card, the friendliness, the creator. I don't get that he tries to hide it. It's more of like, it's private. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, he doesn't talk about it. You know what I mean? It's like he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if he gets to know you, he has no problem telling you that it happened. But he tells you under certain circumstances. Like, he has you sign non-disclosure agreement, so the information is not going to get out, but he has no problem telling it to you. He's very comfortable in who he is. He doesn't hide it. It's like the people who need to know will know. You know what I mean? But he's not trying to be deceptive about it. Hold on one second. Okay, but yeah, he's not trying to be deceptive about it. And I'm gonna give a last couple of words on this. Yeah, as of right now, the card, it's the thing is that there's a stigma attached to whatever the ways he has sex, okay, and he's not going to share that with everybody. The We Are the World, the bird, he's not going to share that with the world because they're not ready to hear it. And he actually doesn't even care to share it. He doesn't care to be an activist for. He's like, I'm not going to be an activist. It doesn't matter. He enjoys his lifestyle. Like, he lives as though he's immune to criticism and gossip. And he kind of is. So, my final question is, can we expect any new music? Yeah, he's gonna make some more music. It's gonna come, like, I get like the spring of 2019. And if I'm wrong, I don't mind being wrong. I don't know, but I get something like in the spring of 2019. And I'm also saying that he's had a major breakthrough. Like, he's figured out a new sound. He's been experimenting a lot, and he's definitely figured out. I hear like a lot of layering, a lot of runs, and then how to. I get that Trey Songz has been listening to a lot of Beyonce, and listening to her as though he would Frank Sinatra. He definitely is coming out with more. It's coming more music right now, but I'm hearing that he's coming out of a creative slump. You know what I mean? I'm hearing that he was okay with touring, and he had actually considered doing some reality shows as well. But he's just been okay with touring off of his old music. But as far as new music, he's found some inspiration. He's gotten his mojo back, but he's more mature about it. You know, he's gonna be singing on a more grown level, not on a I'm a young man, but on a I'm an adult, I'm ready to be a father sort of energy. So I want to say, please go to www.blackspectralnetwork.com to purchase a private psychic reading. If you can't get enough of my content, go to patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. For as little as $2 a month, you can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date. Please like this video, click the subscribe button, and leave us some feedback in the comment section. Before I go, I'll leave you with this quote from Iyanla Vanzant. The answer always lives in the same room as the question. You are the answer. As a psychic reader, I know this to be true, and I'm your reader, Nexo, and thank you for tuning in to the reading. Bye.
So fuel my fire, take me high.